This is Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, commencing the Saturday Ragchew Net, and I was just checking the audio down. I've reconnected that PC to the interweb, so I am seeing everything displaying to me. I've been playing, replaced the internet router today, and of course trying to find me 5G router which is closest to me. I did work it out today that it was in a place called Barnwood. It's quite a few miles away, but I've managed to put it in the window facing that way, and we're getting quite good speeds there. You'll see up on the screen, if you're watching the live screen, we've got WA5RIP Michael MW0AXD keyed up while the live stream's running, and 2W0VOG. So if you'd like to be number 5 into the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location.
G0, you said Ronnie Cambridge.
Yep, G0EZ, Rod, got you there. I did see you key up beforehand, but it wasn't while the live stream was going. But of course, you're in there at number 5. So if you'd like to be number 6 into the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. Okay, left a big gap there. So, it literally just goes to rounds. So, we do have Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, MW0AXD, 2W0VOG, and G0EUZ. So, we're going to go to Michael. Over to you there, Michael. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Well, thanks, Chris. This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa here, coming from a breezy, gusty, sunny Lebanon, Tennessee in the United States. It's about 15 degrees Celsius, which gives the indication we're having spring-like weather, but tonight it's supposed to bring in weather with a vengeance. I think tomorrow is supposed to be about negative 5 degrees Celsius and stay like that for a few days. Winter is not done with us. But it is a nice shiny day today. Looks like the gang's all here, Mulder and Curly and Shrimp. And so the Three Musketeers. And we'll be having a good net today, I hope. Hope everything's going well with you, Chris. And I'll turn it back to you now. Give you a chance to get everything lined up and make the next person on the round. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, thanks very much there, Michael. And of course, you do like to get in there first, so you did get in there first, because I didn't start counting until the live stream was going. Of course, Endaf and Pablo had a chat on the network before the Ragchew, but it was within the first half an hour, but live stream wasn't going. You do have to key in to get in if I've mentioned those call signs. So we try Andy in Swansea. We'll see which wonderful way he's coming in. Maybe via GB3WW MW0AXD.
MW0AXD. Andy from Swansea. Yeah, thanks. Chris. Yeah, coming in through DMR on the XLX. Don't know what it is today with the weather or something. The repeaters are a bit noisy and bringing in a bit of static, so I thought I'll come in the cleanest route I know. So on the XLX. But I'll keep it short and throw it back to you. From MW0AXD.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yeah, the XLX is good, and I did hear chatter coming from the WW earlier on, before the net there, and there were a couple of local stations on there. And I did have a chat with Kev because things weren't encoding through, but yeah, it kind of, yeah, key of the Echolink, it got everything encoding through, so it wasn't a problem. Next we go round to Steve, to, well, GW5 VOG. What was I thinking writing 2W0 VOG in? Must have had that call sign on my mind, but yeah, GW5 VOG, over to you there, Steve.
GW5VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Good evening to everybody. Yeah, so I don't mind. The 2W0VOG is still my call sign, so I don't mind being addressed by it. I think it might still be entered into this radio that I'm using now, my TYT MD380. So whether that's where you got it from, maybe it crept in somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, not to worry. Anyway, it's good to be back after missing last week for Valentine's Day. You're an old romantic, Chris, I think. Cancelling it for that. Anyway, well done. And yeah, we're back now. And in the meantime, I think last Tuesday I went to see, wasn't the first day it was out, but the second day, Wuthering Heights, the new film of that, with Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, whoever he is. They're both Australian, I think, actually. And the reason why we went to see it, my son has a small part in it right at the beginning, so that was good to see. But then we had to sit through 2.5 hours of the rest of the film. There we are. And I think last night we watched the latest episode of Under Salt Marsh, with lots of scenes of the causeway, which I think you told me goes down to Shell Island, being flooded and that sort of thing. I don't know if any of you have started watching it. Anyway, I better go back to you before time out. So, M7CCS from GW5VOG, back to you, Chris.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, at least if he's at the beginning, we all know that we can watch him at the beginning and then turn it off. But yeah, it's all good there. Yeah, that other program you mentioned, I believe it's from the British Broadcasting Corporation, isn't it? Don't watch those ones. So, of course, yeah, implied rights removed, all that lot. So, yeah, just don't do it, even though they try and trick you by sending you an email and saying that there's whatever, and then I requested a copy of my signing data and whatever, and yeah, they just sent me an apology letter and overstepped it and said, oh yeah, thanks for telling us you don't need a license. But yeah, it's all good there, Steve. But of course, yeah, I did feature. It wasn't last week, week before, featured you, I think it was the right one, the Pokemon advert. So I featured that on the end of the Ragchew on the live stream. And of course, yeah, cancelled the Ragchew last week because it was Valentine's Day. Of course, yeah, you know, Michael saw the food. So, yeah, we had some steak, and I'm trying to remember what it was now. It was a potato gratin kind of thing, and the other thing was they were tarts. They were like little pie things. But of course, then yeah, we washed it down with some red wine. So it was all good there. So we'll go around to Rod G0 EUZ.
G0 EUZ, back to the group. Yes, good evening everybody. Nice to catch you all on. I've watched the On the Salt Marsh, Steve, and I don't think it is the causeway to Shell Island. It seems too long. But of course, you know, they can do that with the camera, can't they? They can make it longer or shorter or whatever. but it does look similar to that. And when I first saw it, I thought, yes, you know, because of the sign at the beginning, which tells you when you can and when you can't. Yeah. But yeah, I've got to 4, and Chris, it's higher. So I don't have Sky, but my daughter gets it and puts it on another program called Plex. So I've watched it on. So I presume more to come because it certainly hasn't finished yet at 4. But there we go. So what else was there? Yes, last weekend well, the 14th is my wife's birthday. It saves me money on 2 cards. But yeah, we had family around and we had steak and chips, and the steak was awful. It's a lot of money, but it just had no taste at all. But the chips were good, a lot of them. So yeah, it was a good evening. What else was there? I've had steak tonight and potato dauphine noirs and peas. That was very nice. It was actually quite a nice steak. And that was from Aldi, which was grass-fed. It was it was quite tasty, so I enjoyed that. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS 0EZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, thanks very much there. And, of course, yeah, all interesting there. And, of course, yeah, we're going to see if we get anyone else. So, yeah, we are showing a version of the log on the live stream. But I'm showing on the live stream, yeah, everything I see. So, yeah, got a webcam in there. So, yeah, whether we go on it or not. But we might have already been on it when we were doing the setup. But yeah, we're looking around the shack, and yes, when we do get to it, I do have a hi-fi in the shack with speakers, and of course, yeah, this clock and many other things in the shack. We've got a screen out of order there, and of course, yeah, that is the live stream stuff as well, which basically is how it's going out. And of course, yeah, there is chat on the live stream as well. So, of course, yeah, it's what I'm using just to look round and look in the chat there. And of course, yeah, MB6CCS gateway, and of course, yeah, we're going in. So, right, we'll see if anybody else would like to check in to the Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over.
Mike 70 Oscar Papa School down in Norman Dorset. Good evening, everyone. I guess you're hearing me because the little thing on Echolink is saying I'm getting through. Accessing Echolink through the cqnorthwest networks. Echolink tonight because of the problem I was having last week with the last week I think it was with the other Echolink. I don't know if it's my fault or network or quite what, but it's good to be in from 170.
Yeah, Mike 7, Sierra Oscar Papa. Yep, got you, not a problem there, Paul. And, of course, yeah, coming via cqnorthwest Echolink. Some people might have had to turn their volume up, but, yeah, we did get you. Not a problem. So, I've got you in the log there at number 6. So, if anyone would like to be number 7, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over for the Saturday Ragchew Net. Okay, nothing heard. So, what we'll do is we will go back up to the top of the list. So we're going to go to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa.
Thanks, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa here. And good to have everybody here today. Steven, I was going to tell you, we watched the Super Bowl here, and I did see the Lego commercial. And I told my wife that your son was a part of that, but I don't exactly remember which part he was with it. So I'd have to get some clarification for you. But I did see the Lego commercial, so I hope that I was watching the right commercial. That's with the Super Bowl. That's usually what I watch is the commercials. The game was okay too, but the commercials are what make it. That's why they're $8 million for a 30-second commercial. Blows my mind that they're that much money, but it must do them well. Hope everybody's doing well out there, and things are going well. It's been a good week. We've had a lot of doctor appointments and things like that going down. I had a kidney flow test, and didn't get some great news on it. I got to go back and talk to somebody. I think I might end up having to talk to a specialist about my left kidney. We'll see how that goes, but I don't know. But my wife is doing excellent. Her infusions are going really well, and she's actually feeling much better, which is a double-edged sword because when you feel better, you do more, and then you're very tired. So she overdoes, and then she has to lay for a little while and recuperate. But on the good side, she's getting her hair back. She lost a good portion of her hair, and now it's coming back in. It's coming back in very dark. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo, India, Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Glad I didn't have the webcam on then. Picked up the wrong mic. But yeah, progress, and yeah, all seems good there. Yeah, the hair coming back as well. So yeah, don't be arguing with each other and do anything silly. But of course, yeah, I was going to put a gag in there, no hair pulling. But yeah, take it as taken. I have a dark sense of humour. But we will go round to Andy now, MW0AXD. Okay, we'll give a second call for MW0AXD. Okay, nothing heard. So we will go round to GW5VOG. Round to you there, Steve.
GW5VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, so Michael, good evening. Glad to hear that your wife is doing well, and I hope everything turns out well for you as well with your kidney. So fingers crossed there. The Super Bowl advert, I'm not sure. The thing is that even though we have the Super Bowl on here, and I know my son will have watched it. Well, actually, he was in LA when it was on, so he definitely will have watched it, I'm sure. We don't get the adverts, I don't think, on our version of it, so I don't know. As far as I know, the only other people that have seen his advert at all are 2 of my nephews who are online a lot, being young, and they've seen it on YouTube and somewhere else as well. So, and I think he was told that it was going to be an internet advert, so possibly, I think he would have heard if it had been in the Super Bowl, so it was probably a different advert. Never mind. Yeah, so we had a bit of sport news today. Wales nearly won in the rugby. Didn't quite make it though. They played really, really well, but Scotland just edged past them in the end, which was a huge, huge disappointment because we haven't won for 14 games now, I think, which is humiliating for Wales is and has been, one of the world's leading rugby nations, so that's terrible for that. And yeah, but let's hope they're improving. We might actually win one game one of these days. You never know. Other sports news, I think Manchester City are playing tonight and against Newcastle, but I've got a feeling it's not on Sky, so I won't be able to watch it. Anyway, yeah, the Undersalt March is a Sky production, so you don't have to watch it on the BBC. If you can get some way to see it on Sky. I'm surprised you don't watch the BBC. Well, it's the best television service in the world, worth every penny of the license fee, which you obviously don't want to pay. It is a lot of money in it, but it's a lot cheaper than what we pay for Sky and Netflix and Disney Plus and all that. So there we are. Each to his own, really. So with that, I'll hand back to you, Chris. M7CCS, GW5VO, 5VO, 5.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, we won't get too political on it, but of course, yeah, you pay them for, well, what is it? They call it free view, isn't it? As well as one of the things, but yeah, it's not free, is it? But you pay for your license fee, and then you decide, you want a couple of extra channels. So yeah, you end up paying for your Sky or your anything else, your Virgin or whatever ways are available, and yeah, paying for some of those extra channels. Then you'll add on Netflix on top and maybe Prime TV and things like that. But of course, yeah, it pretty much you're paying twice is the way I see it. But yeah, I'll be happy when they go to streaming, because it's just like, well, I've got the key, don't need it. But yeah, if you're very political on it, yeah, check out a YouTube channel, Black Barrister, Black Belt Barrister. You'll get a bald guy on there, looks a little bit like Judge Rinder. Yeah, he seems to be tackling the TV licensing at the minute, because they keep, the way they do their letters, and of course, in the sense of the role of how the computer spits them out. It says we're taking action, and then it says something else, then it says it's taking action, yeah, he's looking at the legalities of a prosecution, because essentially, yeah, to take action, you need evidence, and it's something they haven't got, but they try all sorts of things. They're springing your email and say, we've noticed a login on BBC iPlayer, and they suspend you, no need to need a license. So it's always handy to check your email there. But yeah, we won't talk about the news and what's going on in the world. What's been on the news for the last 2 days.
Yeah, I'm back, mate. Fit's underweight.
That's alright, I've got my mum another cup of tea in a minute. You've got to go for a bit more information.
Looks like we might have a little bit of audio going through now. So yeah, we've got audio going out on the live stream. So we go to MW0AXD. Funny enough, I was on a net last night and there was somebody running it and it was like, oh, this has gone wrong, and you get people coming in and saying, oh, you know, your audio's not good here, it's not good there, and things like that, and you change things around, and yeah, they were perfectly fine, and of course, yeah, it turned out that the other station was on DroidStar, and they were complaining about you were dropping out, but it's all good there. So we go round to Andy, MW0AXD.
MW0AXD returning. Yeah, sorry, missed the last over. Had a phone call from my kids, so was chatting with them. But yeah, been a bit of a hectic week in work, and managed to finish that Hungarian moon thing we were celebrating. I know it was 80 years or something, but there's all stations. Was it HG80 radar, moon, lunar, EME? So I was chasing them all week. So that's what I've been up to on the radio. Otherwise, yeah, not too much. Work's been a bit hectic, but it keeps the bills being paid, the heating on, and pays the electric bill, so shouldn't complain too much. But otherwise, yeah, not too much activity on the radio. Been distracted with these mini awards, and today was busy with was it the French contest and the Russian PSK, but didn't get too involved. It's just been wet and windy, so kind of packed it all away and been doing housework, so nothing too exciting. But yeah, everyone's sounding great on the radio tonight. There's no problems with the links whatsoever, so awesome work there, Chris. So yeah, I'll throw it back. M7 Charlie Sierra, MW0AXD, and I probably screwed up the call sign.
Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, you said it how I got it written down, MW0AXD. So you got it right. And just for Michael, you know, I've put myself on camera. Yeah, we used to get the back of my head, so maybe I should just turn around and, you know, that's what we used to get, the back of my head, didn't we? And then the screen above, with the call signs. But yeah, I literally yeah, found it in the box, clipped it on, plugged it into the PC, and we'll see how it goes. So of course, yeah, I kind of match up to my AI picture. So we will go round to GW5VOG, I must correct that, in the main log. Over to you there, Steve.
GW5VOG returning, thank you, Chris. Don't worry about the call sign, leave it as it is. Because if I was still 2W0, I could change to MW8. Wait, or if you're not using the regional W.D.R.G, you'd be M8, which would be mate, wouldn't it? So that's interesting. Yeah, the space weather lady, I used to watch her actually. She's very good. I think her name's something like Tamitha Skode. It's a weird name like that. And I don't watch it anymore, I must admit, because it gets a bit too technical for me. But if you were interested in the sun in a sort of scientific way and space weather, it's very good. I got somebody at my radio club who looks at spaceweather.com all the time and goes on about it and that kind of thing, and says, have you looked at it? And you know, I look at it and it's a bit too, I kind of turn the radio on and I can tell what the propagation's like just by the sounds coming out of it. That's about as technical as I get. That's doing FT8 because I'm normally doing FT8. So if I can hear the digital signal and it's loud and there looks like lots of signals on my waterfall, I'm happy. Talking about that, I've been carrying on doing the RSGB Welsh regions 40-meter contest. So I've been doing 3 times as much FT8 every day as I normally do. I'm getting a bit fed up with it now, to be honest. I think when it's finished, it ends at the end of February, I might have a week or 2 off from radio altogether, apart from this, of course. So Yeah, so I'll pass it back to you now then, Chris. M7CCS from GW5VOG. Back to you.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. I've already corrected it. GW5VOG. It was only, it was only a case of delete and write again in the same place. It's a database, so I'd written it down right on my pad. When I was quickly writing an emergency log because that main system went down. I don't know why it went down, but yeah, they like to try and do a Windows update, don't they? And of course, it sees it as an inactive time during the week, so it goes, oh, it's inactive this time, even though it's doing a live stream. They decided to try and do something, but yeah, I've never seen that screen of death before, but it was a green one, with a sad face, and then it died, and then the PC literally, it just restarted. I was able to, restart me software, get the stream going back on the original stream, and then I had to just work out the audio, and of course, it weren't liking the Peanut wasn't liking it. Was trying to use the microphone off the webcam. It was confused what microphone to use, but we only use it for listening, so it doesn't matter. So started out without the webcam. It started going, plugged the webcam back in, and it works. So we will go round to D.R.G, EUZ.
G0, EUZ, back to the group. Yeah, no problem there. Yeah, rugby, you mentioned, Steve. I watched both matches this afternoon. And yeah, very disappointing that England got thrashed. And then, like you say, Wales, they were doing well. And considering how poor they've been up till now, you know, they had a good game, really. And to be honest, they should have won it. So hopefully we'll get better next, 2 weeks, isn't it, before the next game. So that'll be interesting. And if I get time, I shall watch I can't think who's playing tomorrow. It'll be Italy and France, won't it, playing tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. I like rugby. Well, I only watch the Six Nations. I don't watch any other rugby. Unless it's the World Cup rugby. I don't watch the Olympics at all anymore. I used to, but I don't watch that anymore. What's that? I can't think now. No, definitely can't think now. Weather-wise, yes, it's not been bad here. Today was quite a nice day, most of the day, until I went out with the dog at about 4:45, and it really quite too, so but that's unfortunate. But it had been, it's definitely milder, which is good, but we're still getting a lot of rain, aren't we? So we shall see how that goes on. I'm hoping for a decent day tomorrow. Maybe get out and clean the car or something like that. Or I might just sit here and do nothing again. I know I did nothing all day today, but I haven't finished yet. Back Chris M7CCS, G0 EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yeah, not a problem. And yeah, the weather, it has been a bit strange this week. It's been wet, I'll tell you that much. So there's that to contend with. So yeah, the weather has been a little odd. Especially the other day, it was chucking it down with rain. Then the sun came out, and then. Yeah, I had somewhere to go, so I went there and, got back, and then it chucked it down with rain again. I thought, well, pick the right second to do that then. You know, pick the right time to go. So yeah, that's all good. Should we talk a little bit of radio and freebies? I don't think everyone gets one, and I'll keep you updated as well, because I'm unsure whether I'll actually get it. So yeah, I've been hosting my my flight aware for a while. Now normally whenever I try and go into that thing, it ain't gonna show anything, but I'm gonna try and find. Well, yeah, I was saying, whenever I want to go into it, I can never find it if I want to present it, but yeah, and it's gone like that again. But I do host a Pi Aware to Flight Aware. So of course, you know, I use that. It sits there chuntering away, just a Raspberry Pi and a small antenna. It's actually for a what's it called? It's for a DV3 stick, so it's to receive digital television. Is what it actually is. And I think I might have opened it, and I might have been receiving something. But then it's yeah, then you refresh a page. But oh yeah, there we go. So it is receiving things. It's just the map. I've gone into it Sky Aware anywhere. But if I can actually get my screen to present out, that is my flight aware at the moment. But we're interested in what's on the right hand side of the screens. So it's reporting 7 positions. But we'll get to the story. Basically, I applied for a free flight aware. So it's one of their boxes. It's got the GPS on it as well. And yeah, you just run it, and they send it you for free and an antenna. But I will keep you updated. I've at the time, mate. Okay, I don't know if you heard me say I've at the time, mate. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated, and of course, yeah, pretty much keeping you updated with that. They should be sending me one. So if they do send me one, I will keep you updated, and I think it'll probably be a bit better than this one. So what I'm showing at the minute is I've actually put Flight Aware Anywhere in, which it goes directly to my node from my page. So that's my page. It should tell me my local IP address. There it is. So my site local. If I copy that one and chuck it up here, and we're pasting go, we actually go to mine, which says everything's good, and then I will go Sky Aware map, and this will be local now. No internet is feeding this. This is as is. So of course I'm the little dot. I'll try and blow it out. So I'm the little dot. Go in there. We won't go too far. And of course, as I'm zooming out, you're seeing tracks and you're seeing planes there. So that's everything that my my actual flight aware is receiving at this moment in time on that little digital antenna, which isn't actually the right size, I don't believe. But yeah, the live's probably behind as well. But yeah, just thought I would get that one out there. So we go round now to M7SOP, round to you there.
Well, Mike 70 Oscar Papa in the net. Right, I haven't got much to talk about, and I'll actually make this myself free as well. Something else I'm doing in what is classed for licensing purposes as experimental radio is I'm using Meshcore. Meshcore. I'm going to play around with that. It's a UK. It's allowed in the UK by Ofcom. It's you don't need a license to operate on it. Anyone can operate on it. But I'm looking at it because if all power went down and you still needed to maintain a communications with a group of people, as long as you have the mesh call system, it's the low power radio system. You can actually set up a node on that with a little the power source is the sun. I can't remember what I'm trying to say. It's coming quite handy. It's becoming very popular in this country, but it doesn't usually attract the idiots that things like that do. It's being used very responsibly. I'm actually setting up a node here. There's several other nodes in the town, and repeaters in the town, almost all across this area. So it's going to be interesting. Of course, I'll maintain using my answer license and the radios I've got here. It's just something else to play with. I can do more with because it's in the cheaper price range. But it's quite possible to talk around the country through hopping from repeater to repeater. So I've only just started, so I'm going to learn. It teaches you a lot of aspects of amateur radio as well by you experimenting with how you set up everything and that. Anyway, I'm going to call this myself free, as I said, and I'll wish everyone well tonight. Very unusual to have such a small amount of people. I think every time I come on, I've usually got to wait quite a while. But anyway, thanks everyone for sorting out things, and apologies, I've forgotten our host name again. I'm really focused on that one. I'll see you again next week from 170 Oscar Pepper. And I will. Oh, sorry about that. My mouse is not working, so I can't release the button. Right, from 170 Oscar Pepper.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, left a gap there just to make sure he was clear there. Yeah, thank you there, Paul, and Mark, you were 7-3 as well. So I will give that call out. We'll see if anyone else is with us. If you'd like to join in on the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, nothing heard, so it is back up to Michael. We'll go to Michael with Romeo India, and I'm not going to let you spy into Miss hi. I might do a couple more times, but of course, I've got the feature to turn it on and off now, but there is a sequence on the PC to make it work. Hi. You can't plug it in after you've started the live stream because it gets a little bit upset. And over to you then, Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Hey Chris, it's Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa here. I want to talk just a minute or so about something that's happened this last couple of weeks in my world. When I first got my ham radio license, and went to our local ham radio club, I met a man named Tom. He's about 5 years older than me. Very knowledgeable man, been in ham radio for most of his life. Very well keyed on doing code. And unfortunately, about 3 weeks ago, Tom fell and hit his head, and it was such a head injury, such a traumatic head injury, he ended up dying of it. And we had a memorial to him past Tuesday on the radio. His wife was able to attend it, I listen to us tell Tom stories about all of our meetings with Tom and things like that. But the reason I kind of brought this up, my uncle, who is a very spry man of 87 years old, still hunts, fishes, puts in a very large garden, takes care of his grass, did the same exact thing. He fell during the fall, hit his head, and almost lost his life due to a brain injury. He came very close, probably within 5 to 10 minutes of dying, about 2 weeks after he hurt his head, because his brain began to bleed. So I guess the thing, and I know this is hard to control, but what I'm trying to tell people my age and older, because I've fallen several times myself, please watch out. Don't take chances. Pay attention to what you're doing when you're moving around and walking, because it can happen at any time. And people seem to hit these head injuries. I've seen young people do the same thing, hit a head injury, swelling starts up, and you have a traumatic brain injury, and you might end up dying, if not other problems may occur. So I guess as my cautionary tale is, please pay attention when you're out walking, and if you do start to fall, try to some way of making sure you protect your head, especially. My luck of mine is I've fallen on my back and my butt, so I haven't had much of a problem with that. But just something to think about as you move around, especially as older men who may have balance problems like I do. I'll turn it back to you now, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Sierra. Strange radio. I don't know why you don't need to say that. But of course, yeah, you do have to be careful with all sorts of things there, and it only takes the slightest bang on the head as well. But I've got to say that I came from this generation where if you bashed your head, you were traumatized, to the fact you were kept awake. You're not going to sleep. If you go to sleep, you might not wake up, and all that sort of thing. I'd get from my parents, and you'd have to stay up because you bashed your head. I remember them keeping me up because I bashed my head, and I just wanted to go to sleep, and things like that. But yeah, I'm that old now. What am I? 42. Yeah, so there is a famous, well, yeah, kind of a famous nursery rhyme. Yeah, as soon as we see how well I can remember it. Dr. Foster went to Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle right up to his middle and never went there again. He banged his head, and then there was another version where it said he banged his head, he banged his head and never woke up again. That was it. Slipped in a puddle, banged his head, and never woke up again. I'm pretty sure that's, or is that just the way that my parents are alliterated it to me? But of course, yeah, Dr. Foster, but of course, yeah, that was put into me. If you bang your head, yeah. But of course, yeah, it only takes the slightest tap, and it can shake the brain. It can cause all sorts of problems. So, of course, yeah, respect for that guy there, that Silent King, and of course, yeah, everyone take that into mind when you're trying to put antennas, or if you're hanging out of something and think, or if you're on a ladder and think, oh, it's okay just to lean over a little bit. No, go all the way down, move that ladder across, and then go back up, because yeah, otherwise, you're going to get that what if, but, yeah, prefer not to fall down and bash your head. So, next in the list, I've got my paper list now, MW0AXD, I think it is. I think I've left the X out of my paper. Over to you there, Andy.
MW0AXD. Yeah, well, kind of run out of things to say now, so just quietly listening to everyone else. So it's probably not the right time, but I'm probably going to bow out and just say 73. But yeah, it's great to hear from everyone and all the regular listeners. So just wish everyone a great weekend, and hope we catch you all next week. So yeah, all the best, everyone.
and you know, I think eventually they'll have to find some other way of financing it. Anyway, but I did see on the live feed comments that Joshua, who I assume is one of their sons, got his bar license, having passed the exam, which sounds really good. So, Chris, you'll probably have your own black belt barrister soon. You'll be able to take him along when the licensing authority pull you in and beat you about the head, make you pay. You can take him with you and take the Fifth Amendment. So yeah, television. You know, I pay an awful lot to Sky. It's a horrendous amount. I know that. But my younger son works for it, and he's done really, really well with Sky. His fiancée, she works there as well, although she is changing. Coming up soon, she's going to work for ITV. So you know, we kind of don't feel so bad about paying loads of money to Sky. I know that's stupid, but anyway, he's in Thailand at the moment. He's on the two of them are on a tour of Southeast Asia. They went to Vietnam last week for a week, up and down Vietnam, riding on motorbikes and stuff like that. And now they're in Thailand, and they're meeting up with some of their friends who've been there traveling around for a couple of months. And then they're going to Kuala Lumpur and flying home sometime like the middle of next week. And my other son, my eldest son, the actor, is in LA at the moment. It's a strange story. He's staying in a hotel, you know, a very nice room in the hotel. But if Endav's listening in, so he'll know about this. On Thursday, just gone, it was absolutely torrential rain all day in LA, and water.
I think you hit the time right, but I'm not by the button to press it.
Right, sorry, Chris. Okay, so yeah, the water was pouring into his hotel room, so they had to move him to this amazing suite. He sent us video of it, so that's jammy, I think, don't you? But he's coming back on Monday, I think. It's a bit difficult actually, because being like opposite ends of the world, it's really hard to work out what time it is with any of them, because one's 7 hours in front and the other one's 8 hours behind. So my brain can't cope with that. Anyway, so yeah, I'll pass it back to you then, Chris. Sorry about the whatever I did wrong there. Something it's probably cramped in my PTT thumb. So M7CCS from GW5EOG. Back to you, Chris.
But yeah, I heard you say you pay something horrendous for it, and you've got people who work in there. If I was to tell, well, if I'm peeping out of your radio now, Steve, if I was to tell you, I pretty much get quite a few channels, and I get as well, I get Netflix and Discovery Plus for £20. So of course, yeah, it's not that horrendous. You've got to decipher how you split it out, because a lot of stuff that you find on pay sites, you can get on the free catch-up players as well. So you have to split your viewing and work out how to make it cheap. You shouldn't have to, but yeah, if you're savvy with it, you can be pretty savvy with it. And yeah, the Black Belt Barrister, he keeps flying up on my YouTube because with stuff, but of course, yeah, I think he's got a charge if you subscribe to him as well. So we'll put it round to Rod G0 EUZ. Round to you there, Rod.
G0 EUZ, back to the group. Yeah, no problem there. 7-3s to Andy and Paul, if they're still listening. But yeah, I don't know if you're planning on shutting down early tonight. I don't think my battery will last much longer. I think it's got one bar up there, but I don't know how long one bar actually takes you. So, yeah, good advice that, Michael, about the head injury. I've had 2 warnings from my phone over the last 12 months, I suppose, saying that I'm unsteady feet and I'm likely to fall within the next 12 months. You know, and I don't think I'm unsteady on my feet. You know, I walk the dog 3 times a day, and I don't walk fast. I just plod along. You know, I'm not exercising myself. I'm just allowing the dog to get on and do his own thing. You know. So yeah, but you never know. I mean, like you say, the weather we've had recently, you know, it's been very, very wet, and the lane I take the dog down, has had a track down cutting the hedges, so it's absolutely full of mud now, and it's quite unpleasant, but it's better than the lanes where the mud is, you know, where they're not tarmacked at all, you know, so there we go. What else is there? I don't think there is much else, really. Coming around quite fast, aren't we? Back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0 EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yeah, coming round quite fast. I'm catching up with 7-3s as well. If I put them on the digital log, because it's lovely little colours, it helps me a little bit better. But of course, yeah, your battery, hopefully it'll hold in there, Rod. M7 SOB has gone. So yeah, it is back up to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa here. Let's do a little food porn. I guess we should do that today. Last weekend, they had a little potluck at the church. Potluck is when everybody brings a dish. I don't know if you have it over in the UK. Everybody brings different dishes, and we all share around. And my sister-in-law made me some fettuccine alfredo of my very own. She made a nice little bowl of it. Actually, it was probably about enough for 3 people. And so we brought it home, and my wife took some chicken that she had roasted and cut it up, diced it up a little bit. And the fettuccine alfredo had no meat in it, so she put that chicken in with it and made it a good dish even greater. So I really appreciate both these women taking the time to not make just one good meal, but it was a couple of meals out of that. And then this week, my wife is also, it's funny, her entire taste buds have changed since she's had this liver disease and some of the medications she's got. Used to, she didn't eat anything spicy at all. And she loved chicken and potatoes and things like that. Now she doesn't care for potatoes. She doesn't really take too much for chicken, but she craves beef. So she made a couple of ground beef steaks, covered it with mushroom gravy and slices of boiled mushroom that had been sauteed. She also made some homemade mashed potatoes, which means you have little bits of potato in with some of the other creamy part of mashed potatoes. Very delicious. And hominy. I don't know if anybody over there eats hominy. It's made from corn, and it's very delicious. It's one of my favorite vegetables. And that was one of the meals she made. And let's see, I think that was about it that I can remember for this week. So with that, I'll take the food form, and I'll turn it back to you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5 for Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, of course, yeah, you get that food porn in there. I did get my food porn in a little bit early, but that was with the Valentine's stuff as well. And of course, yeah, we're down to the free egos as well. So, of course, yeah, last week, it was on the 17th was the anniversary, the 1 year anniversary of my father. So that was another reason for not really doing the Ragchew Net as well. And it was kind of like, it was Valentine's Day that he took, he had basically just, yeah, he had a turn. And then we never spoke, well, we spoke to him after the first turn, and then, yeah, after the second turn, we never spoke to him again, in a sense. But, of course, yeah, it was the 1st-year anniversary, and I have said, at the beginning of the year, and at other points in Ragchews as well, I said, yeah, Valentine's Day falls on a Saturday, which it did, there wouldn't be a Ragchew Net. So, of course, we didn't have one. But, of course, yeah, we did have some nice food with that. So, we're going to go over to Steve now, GW5 VOG. And I think you did time out on your last over.
GW5 VOG returning. Yeah, never mind. Keeps it going, doesn't it? Wastes a bit of time. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Are we 73ing now or not? Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, so as I say, I've been doing this RSGB competition, so I've got to go and do a little bit of that for today. I've got to do 5 more calls. I'm doing 15 a day, so which probably not going to win the competition, but I don't really want to do any more than that. And yeah, when I think I said before, when I finish, I'm going to have a radio holiday. Although I might do some voice on SSB. Never know. I might get around to do that. But yeah, and it's my birthday coming up soon, so I think I'm buying myself a DigiRig thing to connect my FT818 to the computer, so that I can do FT8 on that if I want to. Why I'd want to, I don't know. When I've got a 100-watt base station next to it, but there we go. I am a member of the QRP club. I just like the magazine, really. So, but one of these days I'll do a bit of QRP. Anyway, so yeah, I just was going to say something else, but I forgot. Oh, and I was listening, so that's good. I think my son is like working, although don't tell the immigration people that. He's had lots of meetings with people, so he's not done much socializing actually, so he's been quite busy. And he was saying to us yesterday, I think, he's been going to bed early every day, which is amazing. So there we are. Anyway, back to you then, Chris. M7CCS from GW5 VOG.
Yeah, I'm like 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I turned my head to look at the comments, yeah, and I see that enough has been chatting there. And of course, yeah, he was already put into the log as listening as well when I saw the comment earlier on. I think I saw it before we had the live stream crash, but he is there. We're not quite on the 73 round, but of course a few people have 73'd. But it's not a problem there, Steve. So we go round to Rod G0EUZ. Let's see how long this battery will last.
G0EUZ, back to the loop. Yeah, still got one bar on, so it's still working. That food sounds lovely. I must admit, we've not been very adventurous wise, because basically during the week I eat something different, totally different to what my wife does. So I cook whatever I have, and she hardly has anything really, like cheese on toast or an egg on toast or a bacon sandwich or something like that. So yes, we've not been very adventurous at all. Well, I believe she's doing macaroni cheese tomorrow, which I love. Macaroni cheese and a bottle of wine. Can't beat it. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Anything else? I can't think really. I mean, like when the family came round. I mean, that was last Saturday. It was before my wife's birthday, and it was requested steak and chips and peas. And she did a pudding, but I can't remember what it was. I think it was chocolate brownies, homemade chocolate brownies and custard. Yeah, it was very nice. But like I said, it was very rocket. Could have done something different with it, you know, for the price of it. But there you go. So, nothing else really to add. Back to you, Chris. M7CCS, G0EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, all good there, and yeah, I hope you did enjoy that steak. I enjoyed mine actually. Wasn't going to go for steak, and then it was in a deal at Sainsbury's with the Nectar card. Other supermarkets were doing deals too, but yeah, that's how we done it. And of course, yeah, there was already wine in Donna's Valentine's present as well, and so. That was all good. I can see a station sat in CQ Northwest Peanut. So I don't know if the station does want to join us. So I will put a call out and see if that station does want to join us. If you would go ahead with your course line, name, location, and an over. And then we'll go back round the list, and yeah, we'll decide. I'll leave it up to Michael whether we do a 7-3 or not. So we'll see if anyone wants to call in, and then we'll go up to the top of the list. So if you'd like to call in the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, nothing heard there. So we're giving it the couple of minutes fame. G6ZIM is that in the peanut, but it must be is Tony in Somerset. So he must be only listening there as he didn't come or check himself in. So we go round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa here, and you may have confused me in my old age. I think you were talking about doing a 73 round, and it was up to me. So with only like 10 minutes left of the hour, by the time we make the 73 round, we'll probably be close to the end of the hour. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's call it 73. We've got the three musketeers here, Mo, Larry, and Curly, and we'll just move on to the 73 round. Hope everybody has a great weekend, what's left of the weekend, and in the coming week, everybody try to stay safe out there. Really enjoyed meeting with you guys today and having chats. It's been a good time. Hope everything goes well in the coming week, and we'll all join up next Saturday and be safe and secure in the meantime. So I'll say 73 for Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and you, Papa. Turn it back to you, Chris. Have a great week.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yeah, not a problem there, Michael. And of course, yeah, you said you wanted to do the 73, so we will mark the 73 on you there, Michael. Yeah, Steve normally answers at 73 ranked, and it wasn't the 73 ranked, but now it is. So rank to you there, Steve. GW5 VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. Yeah, so it was only a couple of times I asked about it, which was after we did finish early for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I don't mind finish whenever you say. So anyway, it is the 73 rounds, so I'll say 73 to everybody. Michael, thank you for the health and safety message about falling. Strangely, last night, just before I went to bed, I was watching a YouTube video of somebody, fitness trainer type man, physiotherapist, giving exercises, quite a lot of exercises to increase your balance and stability, which they were really good actually. So I thought, well, I'll have to definitely do them because falling is a very dangerous thing and something that us older people are prone to do. I've got sort of quite weak legs at the moment. I don't know why, but yeah, so I do sometimes get a bit wobbly on them. So I do have to watch out. So I've got to build them up with a bit of exercise. Yeah, so Chris, I've been looking at the live feed. It's great to see you there. Again, I don't think we've seen you that much on the live feed for a long time. Oh, you've just gone because I've said. And I remember it reminds me of the old days when you were in my stack and you seem to be like sat in a dark shed somewhere. You had lots of coloured lights flashing, and what I always remember is you had a projector projecting your log onto the wall. I think I actually, partly because I'd seen that, bought a projector in cash converters or whatever they're called for £20. It's very, very good actually, but I've used it twice and it's been in its box ever since for about 18 months. There we are. So anyway, 73 to everybody. Best wishes to you and your family everywhere across the globe, and speak to you next Saturday, we hope. So it's GW5VOG signing off and handing back to the net controller, Chris M7CCS.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, of course, yeah, you know, sometimes you feel like going on, sometimes you don't go on there enough. Yeah, the Ragchew Net, it all started in an 8-house building. Well, no, it was a bedroom because it was a shack that I had to set up and then shut down. Then it was an 8-house where I used to have to set it up and shut down. And that was the black one that you might be going about. And then, of course, there was the darker room that used to be my kitchen, which had the Radio Shack in it. It was quite a large kitchen. And of course, yeah, the projector projecting the call sign up onto the wall and everything. Still got the projector and stuff like that. Just haven't got round to doing any of that in here yet. Although I could project onto that wall, I know it would work. But yeah, don't want to really be sat in the dark doing it. So it's all good. So of course, yeah, the shack is bigger here as well. So of course, yeah, I'm in the one corner room, but there's still other corners, and I have got bits spread around. I haven't put them onto the camera, but yeah, once I've got it tidied up, I should be able to swivel from this end over to the other end from the chair, yeah, without even getting up high. So we go round to Rod with his last little bit of battery for his.
G0 he uses back to the groove for the final. Yeah, it's lasted a lot better than I expected, and it's still showing 1 bar, so it's not going down. But it will get charged this week. I'll stick it on charge tomorrow. All the chargers I used to have in here, but I moved them out last summer when the room was taken up as a bedroom. So they're out in the shack now. So I have to deliberately go out, find the charger, put it on charge, and then take it off charge. So yeah, I shall get on with that tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'll say 7-3s, everybody. It's been a good net. It's been good to catch everybody. And I hope you all have a good week. And the weather improves. And oops, just walked in. And yeah, hopefully we'll catch you all next Saturday. So back to you, Chris. 7-3s.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I'm guessing it's a Yaesu, and of course, yeah, I've got the webcam on. So this FT70, I was actually talking on it, and I'm looking for the battery level, but I think it's reflection. But the battery level is lying. They tend to, on the Yaesu radios, they lie a little bit. And you've actually got a bit more in it than you have. And then, of course, when I go to DMR and I go to my Anytone, with that, because it actually transmits on the lowest power, which is milliwatts, that lasts absolutely, yeah, forever. But I've got spare batteries for it anyway for the time that it does go. And then, of course, yeah, the radio I'm using, I can't pick up, because the front is down to the desk. But of course, yeah, it's an FTM 200, which is going into a gateway, which I can't show you because obviously I put the clamp up there now, and of course, yeah, many things. So yeah, we've only got one thing to do, and it's to say 7-3, and of course, yeah, who we had in the net tonight. So tonight in the net we had Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, myself, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, Michael, MW0, AXD, Andy, GW5, VOGC, G0EUZ, Rod, M7SOP, Paul, N6UGC was listening on YouTube, and G6ZIM, which is just under the WiresX scrolling, Tony in Taunton, Somerset. So I've been Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Catch you next week. And of course, I'm going to switch it to the end screen now. So yeah, thanks for watching. And of course, you can catch City on his net in the week on Wednesday. And it's coming across the screen now at 16:30 on a Wednesday on the same network. 7-3 from Mike 7, Charlie Sierra.